Well, I mean, after the Lions tour, as we all know, he's management have finally realised that we need to go down the second playmaker route. We need to expand our game, and I mean, who knows? It may take time, but I do think that this group of players has got perhaps another couple of Six Nations championships in them, because Warburton, Halfpenny, Scott Williams, John Davis. I think the majority of that squad has still got a good 4 decent years left in them. But then you've got the players coming through as well, like Hal Amos, Tyler Morgan, Corey Hill, Rory Thornton, Aled Davis of the Scarlets. You've got a Thomas Williams of the Blues, Leon Brown. There's lots of good players coming through. I mean, it's hard to say how good those youngsters will do, but in terms of, I think, current squad that's been there since 2011, I think hopefully definitely another couple of championships in them. Even after Gatlin leaves, maybe some of those players are still going to be around. So, and just on that point, just thought I'd mention it does, because this World Cup is Gatlin's last World Cup. It does seem to me, from what I can see, that he's putting a lot more emphasis on this World Cup than he has any other, because maybe he wants to go out really well at the World Cup. So that's what it seems to me. Predicted score. Personally, I'd love to see us trounce them like the Irish did. I think Ireland, if I remember, Ireland beat them something like 38-3. I'd love to see us trounce them like Ireland did. But I think without Jonathan Davis, without Warburton, and without Warburton and Webb, I think any comfortable victory will be a good return. And yeah, as I said, if we finish the autumn 50% record, 2 out of 4, and having implemented and perfected our new style, then I think that would class as a successful autumn for us. And yeah, in terms of a score, I wouldn't really want to say, but yeah, as I said, I just hope fingers crossed, hopefully we beat them comfortably. Should the Ospreys sack Steve Tandy? Tough one. Tough decision. I don't know. I mean, they've signed Scott Williams this week, which, by the way, mind boggles me. I mean, I know up until 3 seasons ago, the Ospreys were consistently the best Welsh region, and even in Europe for a while they were consistently the best Welsh region, and so obviously I know, and over the whole period of regional rugby, the Osprey, we have been by far the most successful region. So obviously they're going to have ambitions down there, and they have ambitions to return to where they want to be, to return to where they used to be. But at this moment in time, I mean, I don't understand why Scott Williams would want to leave the Scarlets. That is a decision that mind boggles me. I don't understand why he would want to leave the Scarlets. Um, he's just won the Pro 14 with them. They've got a good team building there. Um, at the moment, they're by far the best region, streets ahead. Um, I mean, the only thing I could maybe understand would be is because now he knows, now his wife's pregnant. Maybe it's got to be a monetary reason, because yeah, I mean, why you would want to leave the Scarlets right now, if you're already playing for them, why you would want to leave there, at the moment, I wouldn't know. So um Geraint, what do I think of the Ashes? Uh, Tough question. I mean, yeah, England were in it. They were in it for 3 days. Um, they didn't get hammered as much. Well, I contradict. I take that back. They did get hammered, but for the first 3 days, they were in the game. But there were two massive missed opportunities when they had Australia 209 for 7, and yet they still let them make 330 for the last 3 wickets, and Australia got a first innings lead, and then England at one point were 100 and England one point were didn't build on their first innings total, and their tail end got bowled out really quickly. Um, so yeah, there were two massive missed opportunities. The difference was when Australia had their opportunities and England were on the ropes, Australia um, were much better at taking their chances and delivering the knockout punch. And you look at Steve Smith. He's not ranked the best batsman in the world, Test batsman in the world, for nothing. He's he's not ranked fifth in history by the ICC for nothing. Um, Australia's big players stood up to be counted. When Australia needed him, Steve Smith made over 100, stood up to be counted. The new guys, Stoneman, the new batsmen, they all made